darlings, are you ready for another story time? Yes, yes, yes. Tonight's story time is I don't need a man for his money. Uh-huh. I don't need a man for his money. But before we get into this story time, I want to ask you a question. Have you subscribed to Church Girls Want to Get Married Too? Have you shared Church Girls Want to Get Married Too? Have you left a comment on one of my videos? Check, check, check. If you have not, please subscribe and please share and please invite a friend to join us for more story time. Because, girl, these story time are so scandalous. Scandalous, I tell you, scandalous. So tonight's story time, child, she said, I don't need a man for his money. Excuse me. I was a successful corporate American woman, but I wasn't meeting the type of man that I know I deserved, needed, and wanted. So I settled for an aspiring rapper and DJ who was living with his brother. Where is my tea when I need it? Let me read that again. I was a successful corporate American woman, but I wasn't meeting the man that I know I deserve, needed, and wanted. So I settled for an aspiring rapper and DJ who was living with his brother. In no time, we were married. We were both believers and bought the cutest little house on a quiet street. I just don't know why I've been coughing like this. He continued to pursue his music and DJing here and there, and I paid most, sometimes all of the expenses. We would have fights here and there about him finding consistent income, but it would always end with, baby, things are looking up. Baby, come here, girl. You know things are looking up. Then we started having kids and the market crashed. I was laid off, received unemployment, and used up all of our emergency funds. I did find another job paying me about 1/3 what I was making before, and that was just enough to put food on the table, health insurance, and buy the kids school uniforms. I used to say that I didn't need a man for his money. That's until my babies were bringing their toys to put in the moving truck because I couldn't pay the mortgage that I had worked so hard to buy a house and keep for my kids. Let me read that again. She said, I used to say I didn't need a man for his money. I didn't need a husband for his money. But wait, that's until my babies were bringing their toys to put in the moving truck because I couldn't pay the mortgage that I had worked so hard to buy this house for my children. I used to say that I didn't need a man for his money until I saw how sad my babies were, crying that they were moving from their home that they were born in and had their own rooms into a little apartment where all three of them would share a room. It was the only accommodation that I could afford without a credit check. I used to say I didn't need a man for his money until I realized that for 15 years I had allowed my husband to sit at home and not take on his husbandly duties and provide for us. Let me read that again. I'm going to read that again. I used to say I didn't need a man for his money until I realized that for 15 years I had allowed my husband to sit home and not take on his husbandly duties and provide for us. Even when I lost my job, he didn't get up and get a consistent paying job. Why should he? You got it, girl. You got it. Why should he? Even with the letters coming in the mail from the bank about the foreclosure, he would come to me and ask me, what are we going to do? And if I can get more hours at my job. Let me read that again. Even when the letters coming in the mail from the bank about the foreclosure, he would come to me and ask me, what are we going to do? And if I can get more hours at my job. I used to say I didn't need a man for his money until the kids and I needed his money. And he didn't have any, nor would he get up and get a job to keep a roof over our heads. Let me read that again. I used to say that I didn't need a man for his money until the kids and I needed his money and he didn't have any, nor would he get up and get a job to put a roof over our heads. Why should he? You've done it for all these years. Yes, I'm translating. Child, this is hot. Good thing I didn't get no tea. This is too hot. I used to say that I didn't need a man for his money until I lost all respect for my husband because the American dream that I worked so hard to provide for my kids was taken away from them. I used to say I didn't need a man for his money, but I am realizing now that I do need him for his money. In addition to all the benefits of a godly husband, he ain't no godly husband. He ain't no godly husband. What the Bible says. If you don't take care of your own, you're a bastard. You're worse than an infidel. I think it says. I gotta look it up. All you ladies who talk, I don't need him for his money. I need my husband for his money. I don't care how wonderful and sweet he is. If he didn't have a job that he was able to provide a comfortable home, a comfortable life for me, I was not interested. Look into the questions for this week or last week. Girl, she's a nurse. Met a very nice man. He's the most wonderful man. He's everything I've ever needed in a husband, but he don't want to work. What should I do? Dump him. Single ladies, I'm talking to single dating ladies. So for those of you ladies talk about you don't need him for his money, yes you do. Excuse me. Yes you do. Husbands are to provide for their wives and their. He can't provide for you. He ain't ready to be no husband. Mm-mm. At least not my husband. I couldn't marry no man that I had to take care of. Aspiring DJ and rapper living with his brother. So he moved from his brother to come live with you. He couldn't even put a roof over his own head. He couldn't put a roof over his own head. And then he moved, he met you. Of course, he was married in no time. He wanted something better. He wanted more. He wanted a whole house to himself. He wanted to be free just to do whatever he wanted to do. Why? Because you was a corporate American woman making all this money, but then the market crashed and you used up all of your emergency fund. And then you couldn't afford the mortgage anymore. You had just enough to put food on the table for your kids and to take care of the babies. Yes, children should be taken care of. But you didn't need him for his money. And for 15 years, you let him sit around and live off of you until the market crashed. What happened if you had gotten sick? Same thing. Now y'all in a 2-bedroom apartment, I think it's that. Poor little kids, all bunked up in a room because you used to say you didn't need a husband for his money. Yes, you do. Husbands are to provide. Gotta go, girls. Dating girls, I'm talking to. Dating girls. Don't do it. You need his money. If he ain't got none, you don't marry him. Single ladies, I'm talking to. Single dating ladies. If you're dating a man that's broke, ain't got no job, in between jobs, can't find a job, can't keep a job, living with family members because he can't take care of himself, don't marry him. Gotta go. I love you. Gotta go. Bye. 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 Subscribe. Share. Gotta go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.